Well, one of the biggest things I've found for on-site climbing is being relaxed and patient. And what I mean by patient is not necessarily waiting too long until you're pumped out and you don't have any more strength, but being patient in the sense that when you're nervous about a climb, like before a competition or a hard route that you really want to do, sometimes you get tunnel vision, and that makes you really nervous and you jump for a hold before you're really ready. So I think it's really important to focus, look at the hold, and make sure that everything's set, because I think there's a lot of things that happen subconsciously and your body's preparing itself for that move. So what I do is I just focus on the move, or focus on the hold that I'm going to, and I think patience is the main thing that you need for that. And sometimes I move a foot because it's not quite in the right position. I notice that it's too high, or I'm out of balance for some reason. But you need that sort of pregnant moment where you're like, do I feel right for this move? And if not, you have to make a subtle adjustment, or just actually see that hold, see the angle of the hold, see how your fingers are going to grab it. And I think there's a visualization process that happens as you're doing that. This is the art of climbing, knowing when to go, knowing when you've waited too long. And I think that just takes a lot of experience. You have to test yourself and pick routes that you want to do on site, because to me, on-site climbing is the ultimate. It's the perfection. It's putting it all together and making the best ascent that you can on a route. So you need all of the different psychological factors. You need that the focus I was talking about. You need to imagine where it is that you need to go. And that involves having a sensitivity to your center of gravity. If you're feeling out of balance, you have to ask yourself the right question. Why? Am I leaning too much to the left? Am I swinging? Do I need to move my foot up or down? Or maybe down climb a move and readjust your position because you're not exactly in the best position to jump or to reach or to step over to the next hold. So experience is the best thing, but it's also a matter of tuning your attention to your internal sense of body positioning and your mental state. If you're really nervous, you're not going to be thinking as well. You're not going to see the holds. You're just going to look at a hold and see a jug and then jump for it before you've really set your body in the right position. So just be patient. Don't rush the move, because that happens so often to people. So being patient is one of the qualities that I've found most useful in my climbing, not just for on-site climbing, but for all aspects of climbing, even working on a route, because you have to make sure that you've figured out every section before you do it, and that's patience once again. And I think when you are so obsessed about getting to the top or winning a competition, you can forget about these things, and patience is probably one of the most important things.